And we have the lady of the hour, Representative Becky Ruth from Jefferson County. Biggest news this week, maybe the biggest news for a long time in state government, has actually moved a proposal to improve Missouri roads. Break down what that could actually mean for folks driving 55 right now.
Right now, folks driving 55, it's congested. We only have 2 lanes each way, especially in my district. There are accidents there almost every single day. There have been fatality accidents there. The more people that we have moving to Jefferson County, which population is really kind of exploding there, more homes being built there, there's more congestion every single day, and people are really frustrated that they're dealing with this, and why can't we fix our roads? I hear it time and time again from my district, my county. Why aren't our roads being fixed? We need better roads. We need the infrastructure for our businesses and industry. We have big port projects going on right now within my district. That's going to add more traffic on a road that is already overwhelmed.
Yeah. So then this is what truly an issue where I think you gotta have both Republicans and Democrats coming together to push this through. I mean, it looks like maybe the first time the state's actually, you can't waste, fraud, and abuse your way to building roads. You're gonna have to actually add more money if you want more things.
MoDOT has been cut to the bone, and I think they've done as good a job as anyone could given those circumstances and trying to manage our really expansive system. But it's time that we take a leadership role and make our investments in a long-term project. And I was happy to see the House Democrats put that issue over the top. And
So I watched this. You've sat on that minority side. You show up every day and you lose it. It had to be a little tempting. At least it had to cross someone's mind to say, you know what? If the Republicans don't have 82, I'm just going to leave. But they stuck in there and voted, and I thought that was average. They had to be at least a little tempted to walk out.
I have no idea. I'm sure no one thought of that, but I'm happy that at the end of the day, people came together and did something good for the state.
Senator, we're from a part of the state that we use the roads, and that we use them a lot. And in a lot of ways, this is probably a way that, frankly, St. Louis gives back and Kansas City give back to the rest of the state by building roads where we can get to St. Louis and Kansas City. This will help where we're from.
So it will, but I voted against it. And, you know, to me, I think that when you have our district, which is incredibly poor, and so you have the people who are going to the gas station and they're putting in $2 or $4, you know, they're the ones that I feel are paying for this. And so it's been my thoughts from the beginning that we needed to pull back on some of the tax credits that we give across the state. So pull back on some of the corporate welfare and put it into our roads. And I do agree that MoDOT does a wonderful job, and they really have cut back, and they do a great job with the money that they have, and they do need more money. But I think that raising our taxes is not the way to go.
There was a time, maybe it was, to be fair, before you got elected, but when you were still involved in the public policy process, MoDOT, the argument was MoDOT wasn't ran well enough to give them more money.
Right.
And I thought it was interesting. The arguments I heard for not passing this was not that MoDOT is incompetent and can't do, it was, you know, to move from other places, move money around, you don't want to raise a tax. It was very ideological, and it wasn't that MoDOT is in such a bad shape you couldn't give these people more money, which would have been the argument at some point not long ago.
Right, I agree. Absolutely.
Aaron, you're from a part of the state that you drive that 63 to get everywhere. It is something in rural Missouri. If you don't have highways, you not even can't you grow, you can barely live there to start with.
That's right. The commuting is very important to our part of the economy. I can understand the concerns coming from both sides of this. I think conservatives were looking for a little more reforms in maybe the way we do roads and bridges, maybe some ideas to privatize some of the services that MoDOT provides. But you have to give credit where credit is due to the sponsors and finding innovative ways, see what other states are doing, and add those compromises to try to get Republicans and Democrats to get a bill across the finish line.